Good morning, children. How are all of you today? I'm Rashmi, and we are going to continue with English literature. The chapter that we are going to do today is Exploring Puzzles. In the first chapter, we understood the importance of symbols. Now, we are going to do chapter 2, that is Exploring Puzzles. And since we are talking about puzzles, let's do some puzzles and riddles. Children, let's see if you can guess this one. What is the car's parking spot number? I'll give you a few seconds. Were you able to guess the answer? Well, here is the answer. If we flip the picture upside down, you can see that the numbers are in a sequence. That is 86, parked car, 88, 89, 90 and 91. So, the car's parking spot number is 87. Here's another one. Forward I am heavy, but backward I am not. What am I? You can take a few seconds to guess the answer. Were you able to guess it? Well, here's the answer. Forward is ton, and when you write ton backwards, it becomes not. Well, let's give our brains a little more exercise. Can you solve this? I am the first in earth and the second in heaven. I appear 2 times in a week. You can only see me once in a year because I am in the middle of the sea. What am I? Would you like some time to think? Or would you like to see the answer? Well, here is the answer. The letter E. It is the first letter in the word earth, second in the word heaven. It comes 2 times in the word week, once in the word year, and it is in the middle of the word sea. I hope you found these interesting. Now, let's understand the puzzle given in our textbook. This one is known as the Pardoner's puzzle, which has been adapted from the Canterbury Puzzles and Other Curious Problems, written by Henry Ernest Dudney. Canterbury is a district of Kent, which is in England. Long ago, there was an inn where pilgrims often stopped on their way to worship at a famous shrine. During the long evening, as they rested from their journey, they would tell stories and sometimes amuse each other with games and puzzles. Now, children, an inn means a guest house. Pilgrims are devotees. A shrine is a holy place. One evening, the people asked the pardoner to amuse them with some games or puzzles. The pardoner had just arrived from Rome and he was very tired. But he said, "Friends and fellow pilgrims, truly the puzzle I've made is a poor thing, but it's the best I've been able to create." Now, children, a pardoner is a person who can forgive sins or crimes. Let's understand the puzzle that he had given. In this puzzle, there are 64 boxes. These are some of the towns that the pardoner had to visit during his journey. The lines connecting the boxes represent roads. To solve this puzzle, one has to start from the large black box and visit all other boxes only once in 15 straight lines. One can end anywhere, but one cannot go through the arrow marked area as the road is omitted. I hope the instructions were clear to you. Now, let's see how we will solve this. Here is the answer. We have started from the black box, which is number 1, and ended at number 15. You can see that all the boxes have been crossed and in straight lines. Now, children, just like the pardoner, there is one person whom we are familiar with who is very good at solving puzzles and riddles. He was one of the greatest gems in Emperor Akbar's court and one of the wisest advisors of Emperor Akbar. Yes, you guessed right, Birbal. So let's see how Birbal answers the Emperor's question this time. The story is known as the Emperor's Moustache. One pleasant evening, Emperor Akbar wanted a little amusement, so he turned to his courtiers and said, "Tell me, what should be the punishment for someone who dared to tweak your emperor's moustache?" The courtiers were shocked at the thought. Only the most foul criminal would dare to touch the king. One of them said, "The villain should be thrown down from the fort or be hanged." Then Emperor Akbar turned to Birbal and asked, "And you, Birbal, what punishment do you suggest for the offender?" Birbal calmly replied, "Shah I would give him some sweets." The other courtiers gaped at Birbal. Had he gone mad? Sweets for such a crime? Surely, this time Birbal was wrong. Akbar frowned and asked, "Did I hear you right, Birbal? You consider giving sweets to be the right punishment for such a crime?" Birbal humbly replied, "Only in this case, your Majesty, because who else but your beloved grandson would dare to take such a liberty?" Akbar burst out laughing. "You are right again, Birbal. It was indeed that little rascal who tweaked my moustache this very evening." Children, you saw that Birbal was able to answer the emperor's question because he thought clearly and realistically. He did not make any assumptions. Now, let's understand why we shouldn't assume things. What do we mean by assumption? Assumption is something that is believed to be true without proof. For example, my neighbor is sick, so he must be affected by coronavirus. Nowadays, if anybody falls sick around us, we assume that they might have been affected by the coronavirus. But it is not true. There might be some other reason why that person is sick. So, children, we should not assume anything unless we have some facts or proof with us. If someone is resting during the daytime, they might be tired, they might be sick, or they might just be relaxing. So, children, from Birbal's story and from these examples, we understand that it is better to think clearly and realistically rather than making assumptions. I request all of you to go through this story and the Pardoner's puzzle from the textbook to understand this session better. This concludes our session. I hope it was simple and interesting for you to understand. Children, the questions and answers will be provided to you. Please go through them thoroughly. Thank you and have a great day.